Hey guys, how's it going? MasterBucks here. Welcome back to another episode and a brand new season of the Leeds United career mode in FIFA 21. We have got so much to look forward to this season. Of course, we're playing Europa League after our brilliant season last season. We have got, of course, a ton of cash in to spend and to invest into this starting 11. And in case you were wondering how much, it's nearly 100 million plus a little over 300k a week worth of wage that we have to spend on this team. That is an insane amount of money that we've got right there for finishing as high as we did last season. The starting 11 does look quite different, obviously, because of the fact that we have lost a handful of players, either because we sold them or we didn't renew contracts. We, of course, had Jack Harrison on the left wing, but we've lost him because he was loaned in from Manchester City. I might try to get him back, but regardless, there are definitely a lot of areas in this starting 11 that we could do with strengthening. I'm looking to get a new left back, another left midfielder. If we can get Jack Harrison, maybe I'll go for him. If not, we have other options. I'd like to get another centre midfielder in as well. Potentially a new right midfielder and right back, although we did sign two right backs at the end of last season, but Frimpong hasn't exactly been growing all too much with his overall. We've got Lamptey as well, who we hopefully one of those two will eventually kick on in overall, and we won't need another right back. All I can tell you people is that I have so many players in my shortlist, and a lot of them are actually free agents. And let me tell you how I found out about the goldmine that is free agents now in FIFA 21. This man here, Deandre Yedlin, was a player I nearly got on a pre-contract at the end of last season or in January. Didn't end up going for him, but he was still in my shortlist. And when I loaded up the second season, I saw that a 77 rated player was just chilling in free agents. Normally, they will get snapped up by a club instantaneously. They won't go straight to free agents. That's how it's been in previous FIFAs. So I saw a 77 rated free agent and I was like, wow, who else is in there? So I have found a bunch of very promising, decent players in the free agents. On top of Deandre Yedlin, we've got Tosin Bio, I believe there. 6'4" centre back. I need a backup centre back, so he's going to work brilliantly. I can get him. I was thinking of spending some pretty big money and going for a centre midfielder in this transfer window as well, but instead, we've got another amazing free agent, 77 rated, although this one is super high potential. Recently let go from Barcelona. It's Puig, who in real life, of course, is out of contention for game time in Ronald Koeman's Barcelona. So maybe him ending up as a free agent isn't all that crazy. But the fact that we can get him for nothing, just pay his wages, and we've got a 21-year-old, 77 rated, really high potential player, blows my mind. So if you don't mind me, ladies and gentlemen, because I am maybe a little bit concerned with the state of my fullbacks at this stage, I am going to sign Deandre Yedlin, and maybe instead of converting, the fullbacks that I have now into maybe a right midfielder, I might try to turn a right back into a left back, train up their weak foot, and, really utilize the change position development drills and development, that we have now in FIFA 21. I'm going to get Yedlin, I'm going to get a Darabayo, and I'm also going to get Puig. The recommended bonus for Yedlin as well, or the recommended wage for Yedlin was like over 100k. I'm only going to have to pay like 60k a week too, and the bonuses aren't all that crazy either. So we are just going to get three absolute bargains here. So I am just absolutely over the moon with, being able to find such high quality free agents straight away in Season 2. That is so amazing. Too easy. Love the wage, the bonuses again. It's done. We've signed all three of them, and immediately we've just made so many moves that have helped our team so much. And just like that, I've now got a 77 rated right back in Deandre Yedlin, another 77 rated centre midfielder in Puig here, who just looks like he will be magnificent alongside Cousins. I mean, he could almost be considered a young Pablo Hernandez, couldn't he? And a player with so much upside, so much potential, and if we're to compare Puig and Hernandez, they look like, they're very, very similar, minus the shooting, but we can train up Puig's shooting, that's fine. Everything else, he's better than Hernandez in. We got Tosin Bio now as well, who can play coming off the bench for one of my centre backs, so we have just done incredibly with three signings, and we've still got almost all of our cash left. Look, we've pretty much sliced the wage budget that we had at the start in half, but we've got three quality signings as of that, And of course now, we just need to look at maybe strengthening other positions. Like of course getting that left midfielder in, maybe another left back as well if I don't want to train one of my other fullbacks to become a left back. But because of the fact that we've saved so much money, I'm probably just going to go ahead and buy another high-rated fullback anyway, honestly. So some of the options I have are Liberato Kakashi, who's going to be about 16 million. I was hoping he'd be a bit cheaper than that. Weindale here, the Dutch fullback's going to be very, very pricey. So I'm not sure if I feel comfortable paying that much for him, even though his release clause is apparently less than what I would have to offer. It's still going to be a tough one. Other players that might be worth it, Rico Henry, 75. He is a little bit cheaper than, say, Liberato Kakashi, despite being a few years older. And then you've also got Zinchenko as well, who this guy, again, is going to be about 40-odd mil, so maybe a bit expensive for a fullback. But this guy has so many unbelievable stats, so well-rounded, I'd almost want to try to convert him into a centre mid. Before I go for a left back, though, I want to see if I could potentially loan Jack Harrison back for another season. If I can, then maybe I'll be more inclined on dropping a bit more money on a new left back. But let's see, $24,000, or 24 million, should I say, is what it's going to cost for me to get him back. And that's not bad money, but I wonder if, and I definitely have the cash, but I wonder if a loan is possible. Apparently not, because the contract he's on is too short. He might be in the last year of his contract. I'm pretty confident that's it. So then, we could go for Jack Harrison, about 25 mil. There are other left midfielders I have, though. We've got Diaby there, who's going to be worth a staggering 70 million. So it's, again, some of these players have got such higher, like so much higher with their values. Cucurella is 70. I have another potential option on as well, too, by the way, and this is Benrahma, who has been lighting it up for Brentford in the Championship. He has got the eyes of so many Premier League clubs. I'm wondering if he might be an option with 4-star weak foot, 4-star skill moves, great well-rounded athleticism, technical ability, shooting, passing. You know, I reckon he could be a decent pickup as well. He's cheaper than Jack Harrison and basically the exact same overall and age as well. So I wonder out of the two of them who we go for. I don't know, man. I'm torn between either getting Harrison back, a bit of a nice return, or going for an exciting new signing with Benrahma. It's tough, man. But all I do know is that I do need a new left back. Liberato Kakashi, I thought for sure was going to be the guy I pick up. But I feel like in the end we have so much cash to play with. Why not get more high 70, near 80 rated players in the team and start really getting the overall quality of that starting 11 up nice and high. I know that he's quite pricey, but his release clause is bang on pretty much, just a little over a couple of million over his current value. So I can only imagine he's going to kick on, get high rated. I think that release clause is just too good to pass up on. And so we're going to go for it. We are going to pay this man's release clause, and we are going to sign Owen Weindale. Because of the fact he's on such a low wage at the moment in the Eredivisie with AZ, I'm not having to pay him that much either. Look, a 25 game appearance bonus, which will definitely make the signing bonus 2 and the wage for a crucial player in the Premier League. Oh my God, I'll definitely take that. So 42 million for him, and the wage is not that crazy either, but that could hopefully be a huge signing. So in he goes at that left back position. And look, we've now got ourselves 2 brand new fullbacks. Deandre Yedlin, 77. Weindale now at 79. And that's looking like a much more sturdy, strong, high quality back line there. Almost all of those players should go on to hit 80 rating, maybe apart from Deandre Yedlin. But that is fine because we've got younger right backs like Lamptey, like Frimpong, that are going to eventually hopefully get to that rating. We've got Costa, who we could maybe sign a player for that right midfield position, but definitely before we replace him, we need to get another out-and-out left midfielder. And we still have like 50 million in the budget to buy a player with, and to be fair, we're only really looking at 2, either Harrison or Benrahma. I haven't really been looking at him all that much either, but I'm only now paying attention to Ryan Sessegnon, who's also in my short list. And look at his ridiculously well-rounded summary of stats. That's great to see. He's got good pace too. Actually faster than any of the 2 that we were talking about before. Nice greens all across his mental and physical stats and the technical stats as well. While nothing is standout, the ball control, the dribbling, it is there. The finishing is definitely there. along with a few others. And what's his value? If I could get this man, I tell you what, if I could afford Ryan Sessegnon, 21, 78, few years younger, probably has high potential, I think Ryan Sessegnon might actually be the go here. All that deliberation just to end up maybe going for another player. I'm just going to submit this and just see what they say. They're wanting 54 million for Ryan Sessegnon. That will not leave me with enough budget to get him, or wage anyway. I'm just going to keep going back and forth. I'll bump it up to 42. Oh, wow. I was not expecting him to take 42 million. Oh, yes. Well, I guess that's pretty much got it sorted out for us then. We're going to sign Ryan Sessegnon then. Wage demands all look pretty good. His goal bonus of 25, if he hits that, mate, 2.5, 2.75, you can have it. But I am very confident you will not get 25 goals in a season. So I'm just, again, not really going to alter or tinker with that at all. Ryan Sessegnon becomes our new left midfielder. Look at that now, what my goddamn starting 11 is, all right? We got a great season in the previous Premier League season. We've got so much cash that has been injected into the club now as a result of it. We've found some amazing free agents. We've signed a brand new left-hand side with Sessegnon and with Weindale now on the left. And just Yedlin on a free, Pewing on a free. Just look at this. Look at this team. That is magnificent to see an entire Leeds side, maybe minus Helder Costa, that is all knocking on the door of an 80 rating. On the flip side of this, because of so many signings that we've made and so many players returning back from loan, like an insane 6-7 players that were loaned away from Leeds when we started this career mode that have now come back, plus the youth academy players, we just have this absolutely ridiculous abundance of reserve players. Like, let's do the math. We got 5, 9, 13, 17, 21 reserve players just chilling. I've got to transfer list and loan away as many of these guys that I know won't play as possible. So my loan list and transfer list is just absolutely ridiculous. I've got almost, it feels like, half the team available for loan or for transfer. But it is what it is. Just like that, we burned through nearly the entire budget, made 5 quality signings, some for free, just paying their wage. Some we've dropped big transfer sums for, but what a ridiculous, first day of the season. We have not even advanced ahead one day. It's crazy, yet we've got all this done. Finally, we can start moving ahead with this friendly tournament. I'm going to switch over to the second team for this whole thing, though. If we get a decent way into the tournament, then sure, cool, but unfortunately we go down in the first game. Second game looks like it's going to be against Ghent. That somehow we end up with a 3-2 victory. We got less possession, less shots, yet somehow we come out with 3 goals from 3 attempts on goal. And our next opponents, we played Ghent, now we play Genk. And because we're in with a bit of a chance of going through, I might sim this with the first team. And the boys do get it done, the main squad. No injuries from the looks of things, so that is a beautiful sight. Just throw a cheeky 1 mil back into the budget. I mean, every little bit, I guess, can help in future endeavours, scouting players, for the youth academy, as well as maybe getting in higher rated scouts as well. I got a transfer offer for Stuart Dallas, 30 years of age, probably could look to move him on. He's a handy player, but it is just about clearing some space now, and honestly, that's not too bad. I might accept that. Belghazi, I don't want to sell him, so I might delegate this one, get rid of the loan to buy and just loan him away. And Meslier here is, despite the fact that he didn't really grow much last season, I'm not looking to sell him. He's my backup goalkeeper. We make it to the semi-final. If we make the final, cool. I'm still going to sim it with the second team, though. If we make the final, maybe I'll play it. And no, we won't end up making the final. I'm not too heartbroken by that. It would have been a couple extra mil, 1 or 2, not that major. I get a bit of match sharpness into my reserves. I get an extra 2 mil for even making the semis. It's all good. Now we just advance to the first game of the season, which will be, just like it was last season, away to Sheffield United. Stuart Dallas has been sold, so I'm probably going to need another backup left back now. I either get one of the free agent left backs I have, or I change either Lamptey or Frimpong into a left back, or I've got De Kock as well. You know what? I think I might change Frimpong into a left back. Let's do it, let's actually make use of the new feature and change him from a right back to a left back. It's going to take 2 weeks. No time at all. I think I'll really quickly switch Yedlin from a right wing back to an actual proper right back now as well to fit our formation. Not that it really had much of a difference. And finally, we do have an agreement to loan Belghazi away. Thank God. We should also hopefully before this game in the Premier League get the option to potentially change Frimpong's position, but maybe we won't. I didn't get the notification for it, but I can change him now to a left back. I wonder if I can find a way to actually train up his preferred. I don't think I can change his preferred foot, but to make him like 4 or 5-star weak foot, that would be insane. Surely there is a way. Yeah, I can turn him into an inverted wing back. That'll help out his weak foot. I might actually do that. Let's give him that one, so that way we can help him to become a slightly better player at that left-hand side. Making full use of FIFA 21's new career mode features, and so we have arrived then, people, to a brand new Premier League season. With a new look team, brand new fullbacks, Sessegnon is in, we've got Puig in after Barcelona let him go as well, but everyone else is the same centre-back partnership, Captain Phillips just sitting ahead of the back four, Rodrigo is up top still. Zach Steffen in goal. Is Rodrigo going to get another unbelievable bag of goals this season, or will he fall off? Again, he's getting 30 years of age. His overall did not change at all last season. He might drop down to maybe into the 70s by the end of the season. It'd be pretty steep, but who knows? Hopefully we can have just as good a year. If we do, it'll be amazing. But we are off for the first game of the Premier League season. We return to the site of the first game I ever played, the first competitive game I played in this Leeds United career mode in FIFA 21. We got the win that day. Do we do it again? I think I saw a handful of new signings for Sheffield United too. Still rolling with that back five, of course. It looks relatively similar, but Ross Barkley they've signed as well as Divock Origi, who's alongside Mousse up top. So no McBurney. DePaul's on the bench. They've got Troy Deeney on the bench as well. So they look a bit new, but so do we. With, of course, Zach Steffen in goal. Yedlin is the new signing at that right back position. We got a new left back, of course. We've got Puig, Cousins, Sessegnon is new. Rodrigo coming off the back of a historic season. What does he have this time? I can't wait to see how many he'll finish with again this year. If he gets even 30, or if he only gets half of what he got last season, so 25 plus, it's still a successful season. But compared to the one he had before, you'd think he dropped off. He set himself up for failure this season, but this Leeds team, I think, can hopefully do something special. Play him up the middle. Oh, brilliant start here. Cousins is gonna slam it in past the keeper Ramsdale, and our first goal scorer is the Frenchman. I wanted to try to play him through earlier, but Rodrigo, for whatever reason, took an extra touch. We eventually slide him in and just sliding it in at the near post. Number 8 scores in the 8th. That is magnificent to see. You would have thought for all the money in the world you could have put your house on Rodrigo getting our first goal of the season, but no, he provides the assist instead. Puig trying to make the tackle, it doesn't stick. Come on, yes. Rodrigo, he's not making the move that I was hoping he would, but we keep it moving. Puig. Ball up over the top to his fellow Spaniard is magnificent. It's delicious. Cross in is no good. Rodrigo, will he go and get it back? Yes, he will. Puig. Back for Puig. Puig! Oh, it was a nice move. I think I've just put it down the middle of the goal, though. 45 minutes is nearly gone. Great intercept there from Puig. Chance here. Cousins. Go the whole way. Bang it in at the near post. Oh, not a lot of power on that at all. I was expecting that to just get fired in, but he doesn't quite have the shot power, I don't think. And this could probably be the end of the half. We're just stopping him from playing it short. Whatever it is they're doing. Oh my goodness. He's kicked it straight into his centre back. And the referee will say it's half time. I wonder if we were going to pick up the scraps there and get a chance at goal. Bizarre scenes to end it. But we lead 1-0. Scored an early one. And then kind of found another scoring opportunity a bit difficult to come by. But promising signs regardless anyway. I think the only player that I'm a little concerned by would be Rodrigo. Didn't make himself as available in that second. But we're going to try to take them all on here with him. Not going to get a chance to shoot himself. Still got the ball at his feet. Might set up a goal. Puig. Sessegnon, that ball won't get through. I'll get past here, Cousins, will he? Oh, I saw Rodrigo, but I saw him a bit late. Again, you know it's coming, the cut in. Phillips here. Spin. Oh, look at this. It's opened up massively for Rodrigo. Oh, wow, did he bang that into the top corner. That's what I was expecting with the Cousins opportunity toward the end of the first half. That is absolutely smashed into the near post. Look at this. We just turn around with Phillips, get it in for Cousins, and he just sort of, after taking a bit of time, sorts his feet out, and he has the first goal of his Premier League season. My God, did that hit the roof of the net with some real velocity. Number 1 of the Premier League, he gets in the first game of the season. You knew it would have to happen. Man, I can't believe how I was so ready to be like, yeah, I'm going to get Erling Haaland. It's going to be a crazy ass sign. I have no need. I have no need for him. Oh, come on. That's not a good deflection. That's going to be really frustrating for us to deal with. But Stefan, we do actually do pretty well there. We cut off all the options that were off to the left of him and sort of make the angle tougher for him. Off to the right there. Good. Up the middle. Good change of direction. And the ball's in. Oh, Rodrigo. He's in fine form. Oh, wow. I had to open my fucking mouth. And now we're having to deal with a bit of a counter-attack going on here. Oh, my goodness. It's moving around very quickly. I can barely stay in the way. There it is. That's what fucking happened. That is right coming from a horrible pass to Rodrigo. They were passing that ball. 1-2. No touches being taken. And Ben White eventually, the shooter ends up getting the right side of Ben White and he fires past him. Come on. One shit pass and now we're just right back into a contest here where the game looked won, especially if Rodrigo had buried his chance to make it 3-0 prior. Another pass that is not going even remotely close to the target. What are these? Oh, that was risky. Up over the top, Costa. Is that going to work for us? Oh, yes. He made a great run to the left there. That is magnificent. I could have gone the whole way, but instead, you know what it is. We're going to cut it across for Rodrigo. This time, he gets number 2 and the 3rd for Leeds. Helder Costa looked like he was going to go around the outside of his defender. Then he cut into the left. That gave him all the time and just waited for Rodrigo to get there. Banged in. That is the end of the game. Once again, Rodrigo is going to get himself 2 goals at Bramall Lane to win us the first game of the Premier League season. History is going to somewhat repeat itself today right here, isn't it? Beautiful to see. 3 minutes of added time. There is not enough for Leeds to bottle this. No chance. Could maybe squeeze another goal if we move it up quickly enough. That wasn't a through ball for Roberts. I made a mistake. And now he's going to get it turned over. Egan's going to grab it. Referee, you have got to be joking. Yeah, there is no chance they were going to get that attack. Though, that is a 3-1 win, beating Sheffield United reasonably comfortably apart from conceding 1 goal, which was unfortunate, but a good, comfortable win in the end. I like the way this team is ticking. It is seriously a sight to behold. A team that isn't even, like most of the team still isn't even in the 80s, but they're playing so higher above their overalls, it feels. I love playing with this team already that we've built over just the course of a season, and my goodness me, do I think we're on for a big Premier League season. And oh, how good to see Rodrigo still hitting the back of the net like that. It is a gorgeous sight to see. I'm hoping he can have another unbelievable season again. Keep getting the 2 goals every game that he got like last season, and Rodri God can continue. We'll leave it though here. We have got Manchester City up next. Of course, Wolverhampton Wanderers about a week later, and then Manchester United. Those will all be very big games, so we've got a lot to look forward to begin the Premier League season in terms of games. Still in the transfer window, still with a bit of cash. We could maybe make some signings, but at this stage, my focus is more shifted to getting players out the club, loaned away or transferred, than bringing other players in. But there may still be maybe another signing in there. I could maybe get another higher rated right winger to play at the right midfield position instead of Helder Costa, but that would be about it. Apart from that, every other position in that team I'm fine with. I guess we'll wait and see what happens in the next episode then, people. Until then, my name's MasterBucks. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Catch you later, and bye-bye.